Good morning, everyone. This is Daniele Capezzone, a view from Italy, the Watcher Post from the UTOPIA Studios in Rome. The Islamic Republic of Iran is not a country like the others, let alone a proper democracy. And last week's electoral results in Tehran remind us the special profile of a country that US and Europe, incredible as it may seem, would like to appease on nuclear weapons. 𝐈𝐭𝐚𝐥𝐲, who happened to be Chief Justice and has been discussed for years as a potential successor to the great leader Khamenei, who has real power, especially in foreign policy, 𝐈𝐭𝐚𝐥𝐲 has been elected president with 62% of votes. But watch out, this is not a proper democratic election. As you know, in Iran, there is a governmental body, the Council of Guardians, which decides what lists and candidates can be allowed to run or what lists and candidates have to be banned. And also this year, hundreds of candidates have been prevented from running, and also among those who have been allowed, 3 presidential candidates decided to drop out before the race, paving the way for 𝐟𝐫𝐨𝐦's triumph. But was it a triumph? Watch out. Consider the electoral turnout. This year there was the lowest turnout since 1979, 20 points lower than 4 years ago. 4 years ago it was 70%. This year the turnout was only 50%. What does it mean? It means that Iranian electors, and especially young people, who already know that the spectrum of their possible choice is extremely restricted, this year perceived that the spectrum was even smaller than usual, and they decided not to vote. �R𝐫𝐴ZY is an ultra-conservative, an ultra-conservative cleric, is a hardliner, and he has been responsible since the end of the 80s of thousands of extrajudicial executions of dissidents and minorities, and he is even proud of that. He proudly says, incredible as it may seem to our eyes and ears, that these executions and this kind of decision are a positive achievement of the Islamic Revolution, because you have to be loyal to Khamenei and to the revolution. In 2019, the Trump administration targeted him with sanctions, and this very week, 𝐟𝐫𝐴ZY said that he is not going to meet President Biden, but at the same time, he urged Biden to lift sanctions against him. So there are many questions on the carpet. Is it wise to think that a man like that could be part of a dialogue? Is it wise to think that we can appease this kind of regime which goes on threatening Jerusalem? Is it wise to consider that this kind of regime will stop poisoning the whole area as it has been doing for years, from Yemen to Syria, from Iraq to Lebanon? Of course, it is hard to answer this question, but perhaps it is even harder to give a positive and optimistic answer. We will see. Now, have a nice weekend. We will see once again next Friday, A View from Italy, the Watcher Post. Goodbye.